Hey guys, and welcome back to Boards, Bricks and Battlefields and another Tide of Iron playthrough. Today we're playing scenario number 4, which is at the breaking point, and this is by far the largest scenario that we have played. But you know, it's actually quite huge, but there are scenarios that are way bigger than this. So this has 9 map panels, and there are several scenarios which has 12. So that's this is only 75% of that. There is one scenario in the campaign book, the campaign book expansion, or Designer Series Volume 1 expansion, which actually needs 2 base games and has 24 map panels. So I don't know how I'm going to be able to play that. I'm going to need a bigger table. So one thing I want to show you here, this is the scenario. So you can see that I put it like that, because if I were to record it like this, I would have to zoom out so much and there would be dead space here on the sides, and you wouldn't really see as much as you do now. So I've simply just put the map like this, and north is that direction, so up there that's going to be east, here is west, and that's south. So that's just so that you're able to see what's going on much better. So let's talk about this scenario. This is at the breaking point, and we are going to have 8 rounds. Starting initiative is going to be with the Germans. We're going to have 3 actions per nations per turn, so that's a lot more than we had in the previous scenarios. There's no reinforcements. We have some stream here, and that's a good opportunity for me just to say also that in the Clash of Elites, it was a road, it wasn't a stream, so I misspoke there. I edited the description of the video to tell you, but for me I have sometimes a hard time to differ colors, and the streams and the roads, they look almost identical. You can see I've actually put one wrong tile here. I have a little bit problem to distinguish the color between them, but you can kind of see that that the streams are more blue. But I think they look otherwise almost identical, so it's almost like they just changed the color and every other detail looks pretty much to be the same. Anyway, yes, we have some streams, we have hills, we have steep hills here, and then we have the roads, and then we have a pond, which is impassable for everyone. So you guys know all about that terrain. The new thing that you haven't, or we haven't encountered before, is barbed wire and trenches, so basically sandbags. So before we get going, I just want to talk about a little bit, tank traps as well. But before we get to that, let's see here, I want to talk about the background to the scenario. So it's July 27th, 1944. The Allies overran the Panzer Lehr Division and began their breakout across France. As General Patton rapidly advances forward, Field Marshal von Kluge is ordered not to retreat, but instead to use the 116th Panzer Division to cut off Patton's supply line. Pushing through Mortain, the Germans engaged 700 men of the 2nd Battalion, 120th Infantry Regiment, 30th Division. Near Hill 317, German squads, supported by Panzer IV, are sent to clear a hole in the American defense line. The objective is, at the end of any game round, the German player wins the game if he has at least 1 unit in 3 or more American defense line hexes marked yellow on the map. So that's these hexes, and it's quite easy to remember. Just remember that it's all of the hexes behind the barbed wire except this one. So it's this. If the Germans have 3 of those hexes, the game is immediately won by the Germans. The American player wins if the German player is unable to fulfill his objective by the end of game round 8. And then there's a quote by Patton: "Courage is fear holding on a minute longer." We have starting strategy cards is 1, and Americans have ground support 1. And they can deploy to any of these map panels. The Germans have supply 1 and also 1 starting strategy card. and they can spawn anywhere on this map panel. So we have some command objectives. We have a neutral one here, a neutral one here, a neutral one here, 2 American here, and 2 Germans over here. So let's just go through the new stuff that we have. So I'm gonna open up the rules here so I can properly read it to you. So that's the new terrain, which, let's start with the tank traps, which are over here. So a vehicle may not enter a hex containing a tank trap marker unless it's adjacent. So this, if he was adjacent, he could enter. As soon as a vehicle enters a hex containing a tank trap marker, it must end its movement. Vehicles on tank trap may move off the tank trap hex normally. Squads are unaffected. Tank traps give squads in the same hex +1 cover. So it's going to be really slow to go through that hex if I choose to do so with the tank, with the Panzer IV. And then we have a lot of razor wire. So non-engineer squads and light vehicles entering a hex with a razor wire marker must immediately end their movement. A squad located in a hex that contains a razor wire marker attacks at half firepower. Units may leave a hex containing razor wire without movement penalties. During an advance, fire and movement or assault action, an active tank or engineer squad may spend 2 movement points to remove a razor wire marker in the same hex. If a single area attack, normal or suppressive, causes 3 or more successes against a hex with a razor wire, the razor wire marker is removed. And you can also do that if there's only, you can basically just attack a razor wire. And then we have the last thing, which are the entrenchments. A squad in the same hex as an entrenchment may spend 1 movement point to enter the entrenchment. Likewise, a squad already in an entrenchment must spend 1 movement point to leave the entrenchment. When a squad enters an entrenchment, place the squad on top of the entrenchment marker. An entrenchment can hold only 1 squad. Vehicles may not enter entrenchments. A squad in an entrenchment gains +2 cover in addition to any cover provided by the terrain of the hex. There may be a maximum of 3 entrenchment pillbox markers in 1 hex. Exit an entrenchment may trigger enemy opportunity fire. Okay, so that's it. We're pretty ready to go now. The thing I want to do just before is I just want to talk about what we have here in the base. So this is the first scenario where we have divisions. Both the Americans and the Germans have 1 division each. So for the Germans, we have, let's start with the Americans. We have Division 1 and Division 2. And Division 1 is going to be the ones that are light green. So we have here is a double mortar squad. And over here we have a machine gun with 2 standard infantry. And then we have 4 standard infantry. And over here, let's see, did I take the right ones? Nope, that's not the right one. Sorry, yes, we have a mortar. And then we have a machine gun with 2 standard infantry here. And this is 3 standard infantry, 1 officer, 3 standard infantry, 1 officer, 2 standard infantry, and 1 machine gun. So the whole thing they have is 10 regular infantry, 2 officers, 2 machine guns, 2 mortar crews. And then they have a bazooka squad. So this is the bazooka squad. You can see he is bazooka. So I'm placing him here, kind of hoping the tank is going to come into that direction. And with the bazooka, when this squad participates in an attack against the vehicle, it has a base range of 3 and gains +3 firepower. This ability may be used when supporting a combined fire attack. So he's pretty much the only infantry I have that's going to be able to put the hurt on that Panzer IV. And then I have my Division 2. And I see now that they're actually color-coded. So I put my Division 1 in light green and Division 2 in dark green. I should have done the other way around. I haven't noticed before that there's actually a color coding to the divisions. But it doesn't matter. So Division 2, we have 6 squad bases. That's 19 regular infantry, 1 officer, 2 machine gun crews. So over here, 1 machine gun, 2 regular infantry, 1 machine gun, 2 regular infantry, 3 regular infantry, 1 officer, and 4 regular infantry. Over here we have 4 regular infantry, and again 4 regular infantry. For our Germans, we have 2 divisions as well. So we're gonna have Division 1, which is, here I did it right, that's the dark gray boxes. We have 17 regular infantry, 3 elite, 2 officers, 1 machine gun crew. So I've divided them like this. See here. We also have 2 mortar crews. So here's a mortar crew, it's a double. Here we have a machine gun and 2 regular infantry. Here we have 4 regular infantry with the engineer specialization, 3 regular infantry with the officer, also engineer, 4 regular infantry, 4 regular infantry, 1 officer, 3 elite, and 1 flamethrower. So the flamethrower, you already know what he does, and regarding the engineers, they can dig entrenchment. As an action, fatigue this unit to place 1 entrenchment marker in the same hex. Entrenchments may not be placed in a stream, pond, or building hexes. The squad may enter the entrenchment as part of this action. So we already talked about entrenchments. One thing more that the engineers can do is that they can, like we discussed before, they can remove barbed wire. So that's going to be very useful. So that's, I don't know why that doesn't say that here on the chart, but if you read in the rules, it says a hex, let's see here, it doesn't actually say it here, dig entrenchment. So that's strange. It says it when you read the rules for the barbed wire, but it doesn't say it under the engineer rules. But if you go back to razor wire, let's see here, well, maybe I'm mistaken. Now it says here, during an advanced firing movement or assault, an active tank or engineer squad may spend 2 movement points to remove a razor wire marker in the same hex. So with those engineers, I can remove those barbed wire. And then we have Division 2, which are the guys with the Panzer IV. And they have 5 squad bases, the light gray, 11 regular infantry, 6 elite, 1 officer, 1 machine gun crew. So over here we have machine gun with 2 infantry, here 4 regular infantry, here 4 regular infantry. Here we have 3 elite infantry, 1 regular, and they are engineers. We have another engineer squad here, which is 3 elite and 1 officer. And again, they're also engineers. And that's it. Now we are ready to play. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is draw cards. The US draw reconnaissance. So perhaps I should change the side of these cards since I got more Germans on the left side than I do Americans. And then from supply deck 1, the Germans draw specialist supplies. Choose one of your squads, receive one of the following specialization tokens of your choice: anti-tank, medic, flamethrower, engineer. I'm definitely gonna go for that. I'll have to wait until I have 2 points, and I have to wait for the command phase to buy that. And yeah, this one we've seen before. Look at the top 3 cards of your opponent's strategy deck. I'm not likely to be using that. Okay, so the Germans have the initiative. Let me see what I want to do here. I kind of want to get into distance of this machine gun and start taking shots at him. So I have a Panzer IV, which has a movement value of 6. So that's -2 with a fire and movement. So 1, 2, 3. And I don't want to get too close. Well, before we do that, there's one thing we should do. Opportunity fire. The Germans say no to all opportunity fire, but the Americans say yes, yes, yes. They are going to put opportunity fire on all of their machine guns. And there's a lot of machine guns here. They have 4 machine guns, so they put all of them in opportunity fire. And then we should also capture the objectives that we are standing on. And the same for the Germans. They get 1 objective. Okay, so now we're ready. Movement and fire. 1, 2, 3. And let's see, the machine gun's range is 3. 1, 2, 3. So I can move even a little bit closer without risking getting hit by him. 1, 2, 3. And that's his anti-tank range. His anti-infantry range is 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm safe. So my firepower is 10. This guy is standing on an entrenchment, and so is also this guy, and this guy, and this guy, and finally this guy. So that's just good for you guys to know. So I'm gonna have to use half my firepower, which is 5. So I go ahead and fire at that machine gun. I hit on 5s and 6s. I take 2 5s. Okay, so he gets to roll 2 defensive dice since he's in an entrenchment. Luckily for me, he scores a 1 and a 1. So we remove 2 of these guys. 1 standard and 1 more standard soldier. So yeah, in this scenario, I kind of feel like I'm the Germans. Because the Americans are going to be more defensive. So I feel like I'm the one who's been going to be controlling everything. But of course, I'll be doing that for the Americans to the best of my ability. That's the first move. Second move, I think I'm going to go ahead and attack with my mortar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're 7 hexes away. The question is, do I want to use my... I think I want to use my normal attack because there's just 1 soldier left in that squad, so I could probably take him out pretty easily. I'll try. So I get to roll 4 dice. If it was a suppressive attack, he would have gotten 8 dice. And I rolled 2 hits. Very lucky. Let's see if the Americans have a chance to defend. They get 2. Oh, wow, look at that. They roll 2 defense. So that's really lucky because they only have 1 guy left there, so they very easily will die. Okay, so I am going to move in. I think I'll move in my machine guns first. So let's see, the machine gun has a movement value of 4. So we'll do... kind of want to deal with that MG before I do anything. Maybe I'll use some squads to move up towards this point instead. So this one has an officer, so he has 5 movement points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I just have to double check that moving into a bridge is 5. Yes, movement cost 1. So that's 5 points moving in to take that objective. And I fatigue my unit. Okay, and then we go over to the Americans. And for the Americans, I want to capture this objective. That's pretty much all the movement I'm going to do with them. So I have an officer in this squad, so 5 movement points. 1, 2, 3, moving up the hill. And then 2 more points moving up the steep hill, so for a total of 5. So he obviously does not get to fire since he used his full movement value. And now, can I hit anyone with my mortar? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, he's a little bit far away. So I'm gonna just move my mortar since I already control this objective now. So he's gonna move 1, 2, 3, and he's gonna stop there. So I can take a shot in future turns on the enemy with the mortar. Let's see, where's my bazooka? He's over here. I might want to reposition him. Let's see here, that is going to be, he has an officer, so he has 1 more movement point, so he could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll try to get at that tank, because I feel like I really need to take him out. Okay, and that's my 3 orders for the turn. So we go back to the Germans. And okay, I think I'll keep moving up this. I'm gonna have 1 group moving north. That's the plan anyway. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. And then fatigue. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Where do I want to move? 1, 2. Feel like maybe I should move up this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could move over here and I would not be in line of fire, I think, of any of the machine guns. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And let me just double check so I'm not into the line of sight of, oh man, I'm gonna be in line of sight of these guys. So okay, I don't do that move because I don't want to take opportunity fire. So we simply go towards north. So 1, 2, 3. Kind of want to stay out of their range, and their range is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so going up here is okay. And that's a fatigue. So let's see, that's my first unit, right? Yes, I have two more units. Let's move up with the machine guns. 1, 2, and let's see here, I'll have 3. I could move into the forest because I reckon that maybe the Americans won't even fire at me because I'll have those 2 in cover. Or they will, because they have the machine guns, so they can fire how many times they want. So I'll just stay there then. I don't move any further until I've dealt with at least this one. Okay, and then I have 1 more unit to activate. Or that's 2 units, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I should not activate any 1 more. So then it's the Americans again. So I feel like I'm in a pretty good position with these, so I don't want to move them anywhere. I think I'll use these to fire at the Germans. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they will fire at these Germans with long range. Their combined firepower is 4. They will only hit on a roll of 6. And they make 2 hits. That's pretty incredible. However, they should actually have fired at these guys because at the bridge you receive 1 cover. So the Americans will get 1 cover and they roll a 2, so they don't benefit from that. So they take out 2 of these Germans, and remains now 1 engineer token, 1 normal infantry, and 1 officer. Okay, and then see here, we've done 1, 2, 3, so we have 2 more. We do next guy, and he instead will fire on this chap. And they also have 4 standard infantry, so they fire long range, hit on rolls of 6, and they miss all of their shots. So then we have 1 last guy, and I think I'll simply stay where I am. Have this guy, but maybe I want to move him into the next entrenchment. So this is how it works. I move 1 point to go out, then 1 point to go into the next hex, and then finally a 3rd point to move in to the entrenchment. So you have to pay to move in and out of the entrenchment, even if it's, you know, the same hex. So that's it. We go back to the Germans, and see, we have 8 rounds, so I don't feel like I need to stress too much here. I think these guys are all gonna go ahead and go east. 2, 3. He goes here. I don't want to get in position to get killed by any opportunity fire. 1, 2, 3. And last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have the Americans, and they are just going to fatigue their last unit there. They don't want to use him. I think he's in a pretty good place. Or maybe actually I want to move into that entrenchment. So let's do that. 1, 2 points. And that's the last unit the Americans can activate for this turn, for this round. So then we can move all of our units basically since the Americans are done. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3. Could actually move into the forest here. Since I have an officer, I have an extra movement point. 1, 2, 3, 4. And finally, see this guy, I think I want to go more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. Okay, so we're done with the first action phase. We go to the command phase. So there's no new, there are new command objectives to capture. So the Americans capture this, and the Germans capture this. Receive command and victory points. So the Americans receive 4 command points. Let's just put those here somewhere. And then the Germans receive 3 command points. Put those here. And that's it. So now we have spend command. So I think the Germans will buy the specialist supplies, which again I'll show it to you here. Choose one of your squads, receive one of the following specialization tokens: anti-tank, medic, flamethrower, or engineer. And we're gonna go for a flamethrower. So the German spends 2 command points, and that card is removed from the game. And he's gonna choose a flamethrower. So we are gonna use that on a squad here. And I think we'll take, let's see here, all of them are just standard infantry because the good squads, I already gave them engineer specialties. I think I'll go with this guy. He can be a flamethrower. Okay, and he's not going to spend any points on initiative. He will save his command points, and the US decide to not spend any points on that either. So the initiative now is going to go to the US. And then we have the status phase, draw strategy cards. So we draw one for the US, and they get medical support. Choose one of your squads to receive a medic specialization token, can be bought in the command phase. And the Germans draw specialist supplies. So again, this is, we can say, points to make one of our guys a flamethrower or something like that. And then we have remove tokens. I will not remove the machine gun opportunity fire tokens because all of those guys want to remain in opportunity fire. So they will stay on the board. And squad transfers, not going to do that. No reinforcements or events. So we just advance the round marker. We're now in game round 2. And this time the Americans get to act first. So I think I am going to skedaddle and get out of this place. It's not really safe. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Moving into that entrenchment. And then where's my mortar? My mortar is over here. It's 2 mortar squads. I could fire at the tank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're within range. They would get 4 dice. He has 4 armor though, so he's going to be hard to kill, but I feel like I need to focus on that tank because otherwise he's going to mess me up. So we do that first. The mortars act, normal attack. And wow, look at that, we roll 2 hits. The armor has 4 defensive dice for its 4 armor. And it blocks 1 attack. So that Panzer IV is in trouble now. He's lightly damaged. Okay, that's a really good start. I'm happy about that. Okay, let's see our bazooka team. He has a +3 in range. So his range is then going to be 4. That's not really good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's a little bit far away to fire. I could do a fire and movement. So I move into this hex, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. My firepower will be free from the bazooka itself, and then 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 3.5 rounded up. That's 4 dice that I get to attack with. So I think that's a pretty good deal. So I'll do that and hope I can make this Panzer heavily damaged now. I roll 2 hits again. And the Panzer gets a roll with 3 defensive dice, -1 because of its damage. And it blocks none. So he takes 2 hits, so he's now heavily damaged. And he is having some real problems now because he's immobilized and will only attack with half of its fire value. So, okay, this is really bad for the Germans. Okay, we fatigue that unit. And then we will fire again with this guy. So he's going to try to take out that flamethrower. So he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes away, so that's long range. He is 4 standard infantry, so he fires with 4 dice, hits on a 6, and he misses. Okay, that's the last unit I get to activate, so we'll go back now to our guys. I will fire with my tank on the machine gun. Or maybe I should start, let's see here. Yeah, I'll start with the tank. He has half of his firepower, which is 5. Let's see here, actually it's not. His firepower against infantry is 6, so it's going to be 3 dice. So he'll fire, and he's going to fire a normal attack because he just want to kill that guy. So his range is 5, and firepower against machine gun is 6, so it turns into 3. And he rolls a 6, so we have 1 hit, and the machine gun gets 2 defensive dice. And he rolls a 5, so that's a block. Okay, so we have to use the mortars again and hope that they will do what we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, I want to take that thing out, so that's why I'm not using suppressive fire. He gets 4 dice, and he gets 2 hits. Hopefully now I can take him out. He blocks none of my attacks, so that machine gun is now taken out. Okay, so we have 1 more person to act with. So I am going to move my machine gun up here for 2 points, and I'll stay in the forest. And then the next machine gun, I'm going to move. Oh yeah, right. I got 3 actions, so that's it. Okay, so we go back to the Americans. Next guy here is firing, also on the flamethrower. And he gets to roll 4 dice, and he will hit on 6s since it's long range. He does 1 hit, so he takes out 1 regular infantry. And our second activation, let's see here. Oh, I must have activated 1 too much last time because there's already 5 activated. So pardon me. There's no one I can activate here. No one that can shoot. So maybe I'll move back into the building with this one. That's a pretty good spot to be. And that would be my 6th activation. So we go back to the Germans, and I'll move this machine gun squad up 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I think he's going to take opportunity fire maybe. Nope, it's blocked by this forest. And same for him. And same for him. So he's safe there behind that forest. So I have 2 more guys to activate. I am going to try to rush these guys in the forest. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I should have 1 more to activate. So then I do a fire and movement. So 1, 2, or I do a 1, 2, 3, 4. I move into the forest to take cover. We go back to the Americans, and they only have 1 more guy to activate. So I'm just going to pass on any further actions with the Americans. So I get to activate all of these units. So this guy is going to go ahead and move 1, 2, 3. And then he's going to fire. Or no, I move into the... Nah, because I will take close fire if I do. Let's see, he has a movement value of 5. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could actually move in, but I would only have 2 dice to attack with, so that doesn't feel like that's really going to help me. So, man, this is tough. 1, 2, 3. I'll stay here. Or not. Okay, I move in because I'm going to have the opportunity likely next game, so I move in. And let's see, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, so I can do an fire and movement. So that gives me 1 dice to attack with. I hit on 4, 5, and 6. I hit, but they are in a forest, so they get 2 defensive dice. And they block 1 with that 5. Okay. And then we start moving up the guys. Let's see here. They have opportunity fire all the way down here now, so I need to take out this guy. So let's just move them closer so they have less distance to travel for the next turn, I meant to say. 1, and they were safe to all of these. Actually, they should take opportunity fire from up here. I missed that one. Let me check. Yeah, they should take opportunity fire from him. From him too. How could I miss that? I don't know how I missed that, but yeah, they should definitely take opportunity fire from him. So I don't move in with this guy like I did. And let's do the opportunity fire on this fella. So he moved in, so he should take opportunity fire from these 2. And you don't do it with the regular infantry, of course, because they don't have, they do have long range, but he would be fatigued after that. So we'll do 1 by 1. We start with this one and the machine gun. He has a firepower of 3, and he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexes away. His range is 5, so he will fire 3 dice at long range, so he will hit on a 6. And he misses, and then we do the next guy. And he hits with 1 die. I get 2 defensive dice, and I miss those defenses, so I lose 1 soldier from that machine gun squad. Okay, so then we go to next guy, and he's going to move in here. Let's see, he moves in here, actually. Where I'm protected from that opportunity fire. Next guy moves 1, 2, 3 in here. And then I have this guy. He can also move forward. Or actually, I do the one with the engineer here. And this guy doesn't activate. It's a lot of opportunity, or there's a lot of fatigue markers. Okay, that should be it. We end the second action phase round. Determine control over objectives, receive command points. The Americans receive 4 points again. So they have 8 points now, and the Germans receive 3 points. And then we go to spend command, and there's the Americans can get command phase. Choose one of your squads to receive a medic specialization token. So that's just 1 point. So he's definitely going to spend 1 to do that. So remove that from the game. And then we take a medic here. Remember that these tokens can't go on any heavy weapon teams. So we'll do this one, who's an officer. Perfect. And the Germans don't have Okay, they have also one of cards like that. He can become a flamethrower, also a medic. So I think we'll spend the points in doing that too, because the Germans have kind of they're in a bad situation, I feel like, so they need all the help they can get. So this time we do a medic instead of a flamethrower, I think. Or maybe I'll do a flamethrower instead. It's just so powerful. So we'll do, let's see here, we'll do this guy. Okay, and then the Americans get to decide if they want to spend any points here. So if they spend 3 points, they're guaranteed to have the initiative. If they spend 2, they will have the initiative, or 1, unless the German also does that. So I think the US have so many points, they can easily just put 3 points there and they'll keep having the initiative. So it goes to the Germans, and even if they spend their 2 points, they're not going to gain the initiative, so there's no point in them doing that. Okay, so then we come to draw strategy cards. And the Americans draw suppressive support. So choose one enemy squad within line of sight, place a pin token on the enemy squad, or place a pin token on the enemy squad to its disrupted side. So that's a good card that can be used in the action phase. And then the Germans get request resupply. So look at the top 3 cards of one of your strategy card decks. Choose one of them to immediately place face up in your HQ area. And then we get the same card again. Remember, if you get that plus, it means draw another strategy card. Okay. So let me just look at that. Look at the top 3 cards of one of your strategy card decks. Choose one of them to immediately place face up in your HQ area. Shuffle the other 2 cards back into the deck. Okay, that's kind of a, I guess, kind of a good card. You still have to pay for it though, so it's kind of like 1 command point is wasted. All right, determine initiative is going to be the US. We already done that. Remove tokens. And again, we don't remove the opportunity fire tokens for our machine guns, as we want to stay in opportunity fire. So the Americans get to act first, and I want to take out this tank while I can. So this guy is 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes away, so he's within his range with his bazooka, which gives him +3 range against armor. The bazooka gives 3, if I remember correctly. Yes, and then we have 3 for the 3 standard infantry and 1 for the 1 officer, for a total of, see here, 7 dice. So let's fire. We hit on 5s and 6s. We get 2 hits. The armor has, the Panzer IV has a 4 in armor, but gets to roll 3 dice, 1 less because he's damaged. And he blocks none of those attacks. So the Panzer IV is out of the game. Man, that's sad. I thought that, ooh, this is gonna be a cakewalk, because with the Panzer IV I'm just gonna run over them, but well, that didn't last. So he is fatigued, and then we are of course gonna fire the mortar. Let's see who we wanna hit. I think we wanna take down that flamethrower here, maybe. Let's wait with the mortar. We use this guy instead, so he gets to fire at that squad, and he will fire with 4 dice. He fires a normal attack, hopes to kill them since they only have 1 protection there from the tank traps. Hits on 4, 5s, and 6s. He gets 2 hits, and these guys get to roll 1 defensive die, and it's a miss, so these guys are out of the game too. Okay, and then we use this guy. He will fire at the flamethrower. So he is going to fire with 4 dice. And he is going to fire a suppressive attack. hits on 5 and 6. And we receive 1 6. They get 2 defensive dice for being in a forest. Let's see, where's the second one? The first one is a miss, and the second one is a success, so he defends against that attack. Okay, that's it. We go now to the Germans, and well, this is a bad situation. Oh yeah, these guys should also have received opportunity fire from this machine gun. So let's do that now. I'm sorry, but I missed that. So again, his range is 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he gets to roll 4 dice against the first one, and he gets 1 hit. And defense, none, so they lose 1 squad member. And then we have next attack against the flamethrower. He gets, again, 5 dice. Sorry, 4 dice. So let's do that again. And he gets 1 hit. Again, these guys get 2 defense for being in a forest. And they get no defense, so it's very easy to miss the opportunity fire. I even think they get, let's check line of sight here. Yeah, they take opportunity fire once again from this guy, but at least this time it's only a hit of 6, since he has long range to those guys. So firepower is 4. We start with the engineer, no hits. Flamethrower, no hits. Okay, so now we've done it like we should. I'm sorry. At least we have line of sight to that guy, so we can fire with the mortar. So the mortar is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's within normal range. He's going to fire a suppressive attack. So he gets 8 dice. And he hits with 2. That guy is in a forest. He gets 2 defensive dice. And he does not score any blocks. So that guy is now disrupted. Okay, so I kind of want to kill that machine gun. See, I'm 5 hexes away, so that would be long range. He's fatigued since he took a suppression hit. Okay, let's see how we can do this. We should also fatigue our mortar. I'll move in with my machine gun up here, and he will take hits from these guys, but they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, he's within range, isn't he? Yeah, he's within range. Okay, I'll take that hit. He does 4 normal attacks. No suppressive actions. He hits once. They get 2 defensive dice. And they miss one of them. Next guy also gets 4, but he will only hit on a roll of 6. Crap. He hits once, and it's not blocked. Man. Okay, it's not going too good for the Germans. At least I have my machine gun up there now. Okay, I shall move in. See here, do they have line of sight down here? Yeah, they have line of sight all the way down, man. Those machine guns, I don't really know how to deal with them. Maybe I'm rushing a bit too fast because we're still using round 2 and we have 8 rounds. So their long range is gonna be 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they reach all the way down here with their opportunity fire. So I am really not sure what I should do, since I only have 1 mortar. Okay, I think I'll use this one to fire long range to this machine gun. Hope I can take him out. So he will use his long range. He gets 3 dice, and he will use the long range attacks. He only hits on 6 and suppressive fire. And he misses. Okay, so then we go back to the Americans. And it feels like they already won. I'll use my mortar crew and fire at the machine gun. He gets to fire 4 dice. He will fire a normal attack, hits on 5 and 6, and he gets 2 hits. The machine gun gets 2 defensive, and he blocks 1, but there's only 1 left in the squad, so he's dead. Okay. And then we have some other guys who can fire, right? I'll move, let's see here. My medic will move 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's in the forest there. And then this guy will make a long range attack, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 against the medic. So he gets 4 dice, 3 standard infantry and 1 officer. He gets 2 hits, and the flamethrower gets 2 defensive dice being in a forest. And he blocks none of them, so he kills that flamethrower. Wow. Okay, and that's not good. Let's see how many, I always forget how many actions I've taken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that should be the end. And I actually, yes, I only have 1 more to activate later. So it's the Germans, and I really feel like there's nothing I can do here. I am in such a bad position. If I attack here, I don't have any cover, and they're all in cover, just sitting waiting for me, and then with machine guns taking opportunity fire, so not really sure what I can do. I have to try to kill at least one of them, so let's try. If I move in here, I will take opportunity fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's just gonna be, I'm gonna die. So let's move in here. Do a fire movement. Now it's blocked against those 2. So they have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That becomes 3.5. That becomes 4. And I do suppressive fire against that machine gun because I really need to take him out. And I get 1 hit. He gets 2 defense. And he manages to defend. Oh. Wow. Okay, I do the same again with the same amount of dice. 4 dice, suppressive attack against the machine gun. I get 1 hit, he gets 2 defensive dice, and this time I get him. So he's disrupted now, so he becomes routed. Okay, that's 1 less machine gun that I have to deal with. And let's see here. I want to move up my machine gun, but I can't because I have these guys who will annihilate him. So I'll just simply move my other guys. Let's see here, I can't move down there. So I'll just move these guys up and these guys here. And that's it, I'm finished. This guy can't shoot. Oh, he can actually shoot. Let's see the machine gun. Yeah, I'll say that he does kind of crosses that, doesn't it? Yeah, it crosses that forest. He doesn't have line of sight to those guys, otherwise he would have fired. Okay, so I stopped there, and these guys are not going to act, they're going to stay in their building. So that's the end of action phase 2. I thought, oh, I must have forgotten to change this one, right? Should be round 3, I think. Okay, determine control over objectives, receive command points. So the Germans receive 3 again. And the Americans receive 4. Determine initiative. So the Americans start, they have 5. So I'll just put 6 here so they can't gain it. And the Germans, of course, they don't spend anything on that. Then we only have action point cards. So we draw strategy cards. Whoops. And the US draw sniper attack. Choose an enemy squad within line of sight and roll 3 dice. If you roll at least 1 6 result, immediately destroy 1 figure of your choice from the squad. And The Germans draw munitions supply. Receive any 2 of your regular infantry in a single squad with either replace any 2 of your regular infantry in a single squad with 1 machine gun crew, 1 mortar crew, or 2 elite infantry. That's in the command phase, so I'm definitely going to do that. I badly need a mortar, so next command phase. It's still not going to save me. It feels like the Germans have already lost, but I'm going to keep fighting. I'm definitely going to keep fighting. Don't give up. Okay, so we remove the tokens, and my Americans will stay in opportunity fire, the machine guns that is. And that's it. Squad transfers, nope, advanced round marker, let's not forget that this time. Okay, so the Americans, they keep the initiative. So we're gonna have a shooting party here because they're standing right out in the open. So let's go ahead and attack with this guy. He attacks with 4 dice. It's 4 officers and, sorry, 3 standard infantry and 1 officer. So he gets 4 dice. He will fire on the first squad here, which has 3 special, or elite, and 1 officer. Oh, crap. Yes, he scores 2 hits, and they have no defense. So they take 2 hits, so they remove 2 of those elite infantries. And then the medic is going to go ahead and move 1 point and 2nd point into the entrenchment. He will do a fire and movement, and he has 4 firepower, which turns into 2. And he is going to fire at the same unit. He hits on 5 and 6, and 2 misses. 3rd action is going to be the mortar. He's going to fire suppressive fire on this unit here, which is standing in the open with 3 elite and 1 standard infantry. So he hits with 3. So that guy is now disrupted. Bad news for the Germans. Okay, and then it is the Germans' turn. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can't even shoot at him with my mortar. Could move my mortar up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can target their mortar in the next round with my mortar. But again, I can't move up, because if I move up, I will die. So I can kind of try to kill these guys, because, you know, they're outside of cover. So I'll move this squad here, back here. Where's my medic? Oh, I got a flamethrower instead. And then I'll move this squad up here. Let's take this one, he's stronger. And he does a fire and movement. So he will fire 6, 7 dice, 3 elite, 1 officer at this guy. And half of that is 3.5, which turns into 4. So we fire at that guy, hit on 5s and 6s, and we do 1 hit. So he will remove 1 of his standard infantry. Okay, and that's it for the Germans. We go back to the Americans, and they will fire from here on this squad. They will fire with 4 dice, hit on a 5 or a 6. And they score 3 hits. The Germans get 2 defensive dice, and they fail with all of their defensive dice. So that's another squad killed. I don't know how the Americans can roll so good, but it feels like they're rolling incredibly good. Okay. 1 more to activate. This guy is moving in here. And I should have 1 more activation, and it's this guy. So I think he is actually going to move out here. And then we have the Germans again. So I move a squad in to do another fire. So I move into this hex and fire at that squad with 2 dice. They are 4 standard infantry. Half of that for firepower combined will become 2. Hits on 5s and 6s, and they managed to kill 2 of them. I think this is the first time the Germans roll good in this game. So he is fatigued, and then we can't really, I guess we could hit from, oh, I think we established that, no, from this hex we should be able to hit that hex. Yes. Okay, so let's move into that hex and start killing people. We move in there, and we fire again at that squad with 4 dice. And we miss with every dice. Okay. See here, it's back to the Americans now. I believe, nope, I have one more action. So 1, 2, 3, and I fire again at that squad, 4 dice. And this time I finish him off. Okay, that's good. Let's go back to the Americans. And they have one guy up here. I think I want to move out, get closer to the enemy. So that's 1 point, 2 points, 3, 4 points. And he's fatigued. And that's gonna be it. I'm not gonna issue any more orders with the Americans. They're all fatigued. We're in opportunity fire. And with the Germans, I could actually move the machine gun over here. So I'll do that. That's my last order. That's the last unit that I can activate. I don't think I have any good cards either to use. That's all command phase cards. So I think... yeah, it is what it is. I'll stop there. Okay, so that's the end of round 4. Determine control and receive command points. Again, the Americans receive 4 points. They have so many points now, and the Germans receive 3. Spend command points, okay. Let's see here, the Germans have 7 points, and we already have 6 points here, so I just put 2 more points to make sure that the Germans can't gain the initiative. I still have, let's see here, 7 points remaining. And I only have action phase cards. The Germans have the munitions resupply. Replace any 2 of your regular infantry in a single squad with either 1 machine gun, 1 mortar crew, or 2 elite infantry. So I'll buy that card. That costs 2 command points. And then I will place a mortar squad in, let's see here. I can only do it in this or this hex. So I think I'll do it in this hex. So we remove 2 standard and replace it with a mortar squad. Yeah, I can tell I was way too overconfident with the Germans in the beginning. I should have put that tank in the forest so he would have gained additional cover. I was way too overconfident with that Panzer IV. It wasn't a King Tiger, it was a Panzer IV. I should have been way more careful. Okay, so that's it. No more points to spend. So we draw strategy. Oh, determine initiative, and it's the Americans, of course. Draw strategy cards. And Americans get another action phase card. Discard one of your opponent's air support strategy cards that is face up, and then we get a +1. You can also use it to make your opponent lose command. And then we have another suppressive. Choose 1 enemy squad within line of sight to any friendly unit, then place a pinned token on the enemy squad. Okay, so the Americans have so many action cards now. And the Germans draw a supply drop, target hex, determine drift, place a 2-point neutral objective marker in the final target. That's command phase card, and another one, vehicle parts. Choose one of your vehicles, remove a lightly damaged token from it, or flip a heavily damaged token onto his light damage side. I can't use this because my vehicle is destroyed. The cost of this card is reduced by 2 to a minimum of 0 if you have at least one engineer unit in that vehicle's hex. That's a really awesome card. If I knew that card existed, I probably would have been a lot more careful with my tank. Okay, so we remove tokens. And we decrease this one disruption to a pin status, and these guys stay in opportunity fire. Okay, so it is again the initiative of the Americans, and this guy is going to attack. Let's see, I had a mortar here. Yep, I'm gonna attack the mortar. He attacks with 4 dice, and he will do, let's see here. I could also do, I have sniper cards and suppressive support. So I could use this card, choose one enemy squad within line of sight, place a pin token on the enemy squad, or flip a pin token on the enemy squad to his disrupted side. So first action, I buy, oh that's the wrong pile, I buy this card. So that's 1 command point, and then I place a pin token here on that mortar. And then second action, I use this guy to fire at the mortar, suppressive attack with 4 dice, hit on 5s and 6s, and I get 3 hits, and that guy is with no cover, so he's routed. Man, I'm telling you, the Americans, they roll like crazy. Okay, I have another suppressive fire card here. So I use that card, I pay 1 command point for it. Let's see, I hope I took it from the right pile, and he becomes disrupted. That's my third action, so it goes back to the Americans, sorry, to the Germans. That's all command phase cards. So I'm just in a really bad position here. I'll use the mortar to do disruptive fire against this machine gun. So he will fire 8 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he's within range. Hits on 5s and 6s. And I get 2 hits. Only 2 hits. And he gets 2 defense. And luckily he does not defend against that. So he's disrupted. And he is also fatigued. Okay, and then I move in with my flamethrower, a fire and movement. So 1, 2, oh no, I don't do that because there's still 1. Okay, let's just do it. We move in for a fire and movement. The machine gun gets opportunity fire, and he will use this suppressive fire. He gets to roll 4 dice, but it's long range, as his range is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he only hits on a 6. And he rolled 1, 1, 4, 5. Yeah! Okay, let's try to kill this guy now. He's 3 standard infantry in an entrenchment with a medic, so he gets 3 defense, but the flamethrower does a -5 defense. So my firepower is 1 for the officer. It is 6 for the 3 elite infantry, plus 3 for the flamethrower. So that's a pretty good roll. Actually, plus 2 for the flamethrower. And that is, how many is that? That is 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a fire and movement, so it's half, so it's going to be 5 rounded up. So 5 dice, I hit on 4, 5, and 6. I do 1 hit. Okay. I'm telling you, these dice are not friends with the Germans. And he's fatigued. Second guy is going to do exactly the same thing. 1. And the machine gun fires now when he's in this hex. Again, 4 dice, hits on 6 because of long range, suppressive fire. And he hits 5, 5, 2, and 3, so we're safe. At least we're lucky with that. He moves up, and he does the same thing, so movement and fire. And he has 3 standard sorry, 3 elite, 1 standard. So that comes to 7 dice. And that becomes 3.5, so that becomes 4 dice. Hit on 4, 5, and 6. Oh, we got 3 hits. Perfect. And this guy got 3 defensive dice. 2 for the entrenchment and 1 for the terrain, so he blocks. Man, I thought I got 3 hits. Did I only get 2 hits? Maybe I moved the die. I thought I got 3 hits, but I don't know. Anyway, he blocks 2, so I'm gonna have to be more careful next time. I think I got 3 hits, but since I can't see them there, I'll say that I just got 2. Okay, so that's my 3rd action. So we go back to the Americanos, and let's see here. I'll use sniper attack as 1 action. So that's 1 command point. Choose an enemy squad within line of sight and roll 3 dice. If at least 1 6, immediately destroy 1 figure of your choice from that squad. So we will attack this flamethrower. And we miss. Okay, 2nd action, we attack with this guy. And he doesn't have line. Oh, he does have line of sight. It's a clear hex. So he hits with 4 dice and he attacks the flamethrower squad. He misses. And last action, we do the same thing with this guy. Again, 4 dice against the flamethrowers. And he gets 1 hit. And I decide to kill. I'll take out 1 officer. So it's 3 elite infantry left there. Okay, and then we go back to the Germans. Okay, I'm gonna have to do the same with these guys. So they move up. They take opportunity fire from that machine gun. 4 dice hit on a roll of 6. They take 1 hit, and it's disruptive. Suppressive. So he's pinned. Okay. I don't feel like I have a lot of lose. So I move in machine gun there, and he fires, and it's not disruptive this time. It's or suppressive. It's normal attack. 4 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexes away. He hits on a 6. He misses. And then I move up with this squad. 1, and he takes an attack. It's 4, so it's 1 hit. I remove the officer. And then finally, the Americans use the mortar. He uses here an area attack. And it's going to be a suppressive attack for 8 dice. Hits on 5s and 6s. And lucky me, he only gets 1 hit. So this guy is disrupted, pinned, and pinned. Okay, and then we have these guys up here. So they are going to act. I think they will do a fire and movement. So 1, 2, and then he will make a suppressive attack against this disrupted squad. 1, 2, 3, 4 away. So he is 2 standard infantry, gets 2 dice. Suppressive attack against flamethrower. He hits 1. So that disruption turns to routed. So he destroys the whole squad. Same tactic for this guy. 1, 2, 3. He does the same thing against, see here, that flamethrower. 2 dice, disruptive attack or suppressive attack, and he hits once, so he is disrupted. Okay. And that's the end. I think we're in the 5th now. I think I keep forgetting turning that turn tracker. So that's the end. We receive command points. Americans get 4. Germans get 3. And That's it. Okay. The Germans have a total of 8, 9. So as the Americans, I just put 2 more cards on this. I think I might have taken command points from the pile here. Let's put it outside just so I remember that I don't use the pile to pay for the Americans, because I feel like they've gotten a lot of command points, but I feel like they've gotten a few more than they should have. And the Germans, of course, they don't spend anything on that. They do spend on a supply drop. So that's 2 command coins. So with the command, the target hex, determine drift, place a 2-point neutral objective marker in the final target. So remove that card. Where's my target hex? It's here. So I target this hex. So the drift number, since he has Hans drift line of sight, is going to be 3. So we roll and see. He rolls a 4, so it lands where he is. So now we need a command objective with a value of 2. I just need to find that. It's in one of these bags. Which one is it though? There's so much stuff since I have 2 of these base games. So it should be a neutral one. So it lands right where I want it to. And we remove the target counter. Okay, so determine initiative, it's gonna stay where it is. And I don't think there is any more cards I want to buy. But let's just look at the top 3 cards. It's not gonna help me out. So we go to draw strategy cards. Another sniper attack for the Americans. And a supply priority, placing your play area. When activating another strategy card, your cost is reduced by 1. So that's a pretty good card to get early in the game. And the next one is another munitions to resupply. Replace any 2 of your regular infantry with a machine gun, mortar, or 2 elite infantry. Okay. Remove tokens. A lot of tokens to remove. And we go from disrupted to pinned, and from pinned to nothing. Okay, it's over for the Germans, but I'm gonna keep fighting. Place units in opportunity fire. I'm not gonna do that with anyone. Transfer squad. Nope. Okay, advanced turn. I'm sorry about the mess up with the turn tracker. I'm just getting too excited of everything that's happening in this battle, so I forget whether I've done it or not. But anyway, it's lost for the Germans, so I don't think it matters too much in this specific game. Okay, so we go into the next turn, and the Americans still have the initiative. They are going to try to take care of these guys, especially the flamethrowers. So they attack with this squad. They get 3 dice. And they hit on a 4, 5, or 6. They use suppressive fire. And they get 1 hit, so he's now disrupted. This guy does the same thing. He attacks with 4. He also... or actually, maybe I should fire with the mortar first, because he can fire on all of those guys at the same time. So I use the mortar, and the mortar fires suppressive attack, so that's 8 dice. And wow, okay, those guys are very dead. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, so they are routed from suppression since they have no cover whatsoever. So that was a good attack by the mortar. The mortar can be extremely deadly if you put yourself in stupid positions like I've done. Okay, I still have 1 more to activate. So let's go ahead and go with this guy. He will fire at the machine gun, suppressive fire. 4 dice. He hits with 3 dice. And he gets to defend with 2. I'm telling you guys, look at this. He's routed. It's 3 hits. Actually, it is not routed. It's disrupted, but still. So I'm having some really bad luck here with the rolls for the Germans. Yep, that's it. We go to the Germans. We can't really do a lot. Let's use our mortar crew. And he's going to fire on that mortar crew. And he's going to use suppressive attack. So he will roll 8 dice. Hit on 5 or 6. And I actually cannot do that because I don't have line of sight to him. So let's then just say that I do that against another squad. I do it against this machine gun up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I should have line of sight to him. Yes, okay, we got 3 hits. He gets 2 defense. Since he's an entrenchment, he gets 2 defense. So he gets the pinned result. So he becomes fatigued. I also don't think that I did the opportunity fire from him after moving up here. So let's... Man, it's getting a little bit messy now. I really do apologize. Let's do his. It's going to be long range. 1, 2, 3. So I'm pretty sure I did it. But yeah, we did it again and he missed. Okay, and then I have this guy. And he's going to move. Now he's going to stay because I want that point. And this guy is screwed because he is pinned. And I don't have any cards I can play. So it's pretty much it for me, okay? Let's just fatigue him. And we go back to the Americans. So let's use... I'll do this guy a movement, fire a movement. 1, 2, 3. And then he fires suppressive attack against the machine gun that I have. And he gets 2 dice. He's 4 standard infantry. And he gets 1 hit. I get 2 defense. And I defend. Good job. Okay, next guy here. We're going to do the same thing here. He's going to fire suppressive attack against... Or a normal attack against this guy. He gets 3 dice. Oh, he's disrupted. Sorry, he's fatigued. So let's do this guy. He does a suppressive attack against him with 4 dice. He hits with 2, so he goes from disrupted to... from pinned to fatigued. If I would have gotten 3 hits, he would have been routed. And then we have this guy. He is going to do a fire and movement. 1, 2, 3, and he fires 2 dice. That guy, direct fire. He misses. And then we have used all of the troops that we have available. So I do a sniper attack. Choose an enemy squad within line of sight. I spend 1 command point. I get 3 dice. I hit on a 6. And I'll fire at this guy here. And I roll a 2, a 4, and a 5. So I never seem to be able to hit with that sniper. Okay, it's the end. We go to determine control. The Germans capture the new objective. So that's good for them. They receive command points. My Americans receive 4. And my Germans receive 5. Good for them. Okay, spend command. Let's see here. How many do they have? The Germans, they have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that's how many points I have here. Now I have 10 points. So I'll just put 3 more to guarantee that I keep the initiative. So Germans look, they don't want to spend anything. They look if they want to buy a card. They can get another mortar, but that's probably not going to help me out at all. So I just ignore that. And then we have those vehicle parts and supply drop or supply priority. Not going to help me either, so I just skip. Remove tokens. And then we go from disrupted to pinned, and pinned is removed. Okay, place units in opportunity fire, and of course we place our machine guns here in opportunity fire. And that's pretty much it. Advance. Let's not forget this. We have 2 more rounds to play. The Americans start again. I'll use, let's see here, this guy fires. He fires at the mortars with 4 dice. Hits on 4, 5, and 6. He gets 2 hits. They get 2 defensive dice. And they don't defend, so they're dead. Okay. This guy shoots at that guy. Direct attack. 4 dice for 4 standard infantry. Hits on 5 or 6. He kills him. This is a slaughter against the Germans. I will use this guy to, let's see here. I'll use this guy to do a suppressive attack against this fella. So he will use 3 dice. 2 standard infantry, 1 officer, and it's all misses. And then it's the Germans' turn, but their 2 units are pinned, so they can't do anything. So it's the Americans again. And they will use the mortar, I guess. Let's see here. Let's start with these fellas. So I take this group and I fire at the machine gun with 4 dice. They're 4 standard. Suppressive attack. Hits on 5 and 6s. 1 hit. 2 defense for the machine gun, but he's disrupted. And next squad, he will do the same. 4 dice against the machine gun. Suppressive attack. 2 hits, 2 defensive dice, 1 blocked, so that's not enough. He takes that hit and he's out of the game. Okay, for my last action, I will activate the mortar squad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will use a suppressive attack and attack with 8 dice against the last German standing. I do only 1 hit, so he goes from pinned to disrupted. And that's the end of this round because I can't activate anyone else and he is disrupted. So we go to score command points. And there's actually, I don't have enough here at hand. The German is going to receive 5 points and the Americans is going to receive 4 points. Okay, 4 points. I think I've been giving the Americans 5. Alright, so let's just draw a strategy card. They're not going to spend any point. Supply priority. We already got that for Germans. And the Americans receive suppressive fire. Choose 1 enemy squad within line of sight and place a pin token on them. None of us spend any command points on cards or on initiative. So we just go on to remove tokens. This guy goes from disrupted to pinned. And that's it. We go now to the last round of the game. I use the card I draw, suppressive fire. Choose 1 enemy squad within line of sight of a friendly unit. Place a pin token or place a flip a pin token on the enemy squad to his disrupted side. That's 1 command point. So he's disrupted, and then we simply fire with the mortar. 8 dice, suppressive fire. We only need 1 hit now to rout him. And we get 2 hits, so he's routed, and all of the Germans have been killed. So first of all, I just want to say I'm really sorry for the mistakes I made. I have a tendency, because I really enjoy playing these games, and I really have a tendency to kind of, really live myself in the game and kind of get a little bit of tunnel vision when I get excited. So I apologize for the errors I made. I believe I missed a few opportunity fires, which I corrected later. And I also believe I gave the Americans a few too many command points. But beyond that, I think I played it pretty much correctly. And I hope you can oversee that. It's, my intention of these playthroughs, this is not a video that's accompanying the how to play. This is just to show you the sequence of play and how the gameplay is and, how the game flows and basically it's, you know, just supposed to be a fun experience to watch this, not like a teaching moment. So I hope that you can enjoy this video, even though I made a few mistakes. Well, I think I had a terrible tactic with the Germans. I don't know how I should have dealt with the Americans. They had 4 machine guns with opportunity fire, and I only had 1 mortar and 1 tank, and the tank got countered by the bazooka squad. So I really don't know what a good tactic on this map would be. Check out the Command & Colors website, the Tide of Iron unofficial fan site. If you Google this or search for this scenario, which was called, I think, the breaking point, you will be able to see statistics. People report about what side at the breaking point. People report what side wins, so that's going to be interesting to see if this is one of those maps where Americans tend to win more than the Germans, because it felt like I didn't have a chance. But that might have just been me making good decisions for the Americans and really stupid decisions for the Germans. I don't know. It might be a mix of the two. Anyway, I had a lot of fun playing. I really love this game. And again, I can't wait to show you more. We're gonna have next scenario, which is gonna be Liberation. So it's gonna be a little bit smaller. We're gonna have half tracks in that one, no tanks. We're gonna have to wait until, let's see here, this one is also half tracks. So this one has 2 Shermans and reinforcements. Nope, 1 Panzer IV for the Germans. And this one's reinforcements is actually 2 Shermans. So this one is gonna be pretty fun. This is 8 rounds, and in round 3, the Americans received 2 Shermans. So this one is going to be a fun one to play. I do like these big ones. The only problem with the big maps is that it's so much harder for me to record. And I'm not quite sure. Please let me know in the comment section. Could you see everything going on in a nice way? Because I kind of like the, you know, the view that you have now from the top. I think you can very clearly see the whole board. The problem is that from up there, it might be hard to see the infantry, you know, what kind of groups they are. So I'm thinking whatever, I should stop recording from the top and start using a normal tripod and kind of give you a view from the side. And that way you're probably not going to be able to see the whole map, but you should be able to see more clearly what kind of infantry units are in the squads that I'm giving orders to. So please let me know in the comment section if you would like me to try that instead of doing it from the top. And other than that, I just want to say thank you for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this playthrough. Give me a comment what you thought of the fight. Don't forget to like the video. That just takes 1 second and helps me out a lot. Subscribe so you don't miss out on more videos. And if you want to support me a little bit extra, you can become a supporting member of the channel for $2.99 US a month, or you can do a one-time donation with PayPal or YouTube Super Thanks, and you will find my PayPal address in the video description. Okay guys, last time, thank you for watching. See you next time.